Snow beginning to fall now in the north end of Colorado Springs as we go through our 8 o'clock hour. We'll continue to see that snow as we go through much of the rest of the morning as well. Not as much at Union and Montebello as we saw up at the Bourbon Brothers Southern Kitchen camera, but the Freedom Financial Services camera has a little bit of snow there on it. 36 degrees the current temperature. Watch out for that wind to blow that newly fallen snow around out of the north at 11 miles per hour at this point. In the Springs and points northward is where we're seeing the snow. As you head further off to the south, some of that changes over to a mix of precipitation or rain. Watch out on Highway 115. Watch out on Highway 24 to the west of the Springs, to the southwest of the city. This is where some of the snow and some of that mix will be, which could cause some real travel difficulties for you if you're heading between the Springs down towards Penrose and Canyon City, and of course coming out of the Springs up towards Woodland Park, where we've already seen good amounts of snow. Monument Hill will be its usual mess, I'm afraid, as we go through the next several hours between the Springs and Denver. Pueblo, not much going on in Pueblo itself, but off to the southwest of the town of the city, where we are seeing a little bit of rain. Our friend in the Wets has picked up about 2.5 inches of snow so far, and expect more of that as we go through the rest of the morning. Heavier rain, meanwhile, isolated rumbles of thunder between Lyman and Burlington along Interstate 70. That will change over later on today as well. Sky scan, satellite and radar, a lot of snow off to the west of I-25, now making its way into the Springs. That cold air begins to roll down Monument Hill, roll into the Springs. And again, we'll see all the precipitation that's currently flying along I-70 change over as our low pressure center, what's causing all of this rain and snow that we're seeing this morning, will push off to the northeast, which means it will pull in some of that cool air from the Canadian prairies. That will change everything over to snow by later on this afternoon and into this evening. Then it all goes away as we go through our Monday morning. Still, the Monday commute, though, will be a bit of a mess because there will be some wind to deal with, and there will still be lots of snow around. As you can see, that snow, as it piles up to a foot and more than a foot in some isolated spots as you head up into the high country. Wind gusts are going to be a concern for us this afternoon. We talked about how that wind was really going to blow that snow around, and sure enough, here are some gusts between 40 and 50 miles per hour. Those gusts are going to stay with us in the plains and in the high mountain passes as well as we go through our Monday morning into our Monday afternoon. Temperatures, you're seeing upper 30s and lower 40s right now, and the readings are not going to move very much as we go through this morning. They'll begin to drop this afternoon as that cold air begins to invade the state. 7-day forecast, then high temperatures stay in the upper 30s and lower 40s. Then there will be that chance for some snow as well on Wednesday and Thursday, because our friends in California are getting another soaking as we go through this morning and this afternoon. That means that that storm is going to be heading in our direction and should be here as we go into the middle portion of the week. Lows will be in the teens and 20s. Pueblo, 7-day forecast for you. Highs are in the lower to middle 40s Sunday all the way through Saturday. Lows are going to be sitting in the teens and 20s for you also. Canyon City, you'll be in the lower to middle 40s with a chance for the snow. Pretty good today, and then, of course, a smaller chance as we go through Wednesday and Thursday, possibly mixed in with some rain at times on Wednesday. Teller County, it's all snow all the time, and there will be good accumulations today. Some additional accumulations are possible on Wednesday and Thursday. High temperatures are sitting in the 30s across the board.
All right, and I think we were warning people about this snow, of course, for days now. And I did a little bit of holiday shopping yesterday, and it was packed. So I think people kind of planned that around their weekend.
They got the message. We've been talking about this for the last several days, you're right.
Right, yeah, so they've had a big heads up. So definitely drive safe if you're heading out there.
Watch out on the roads. They're slick now because the roads have been warm, but that will change over as the temperatures drop and as more snow piles onto them.
Exactly. All right, Jay, thanks so much. Well,